What up, Facebook, YouTube, Finster Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, Aquarius, Hopkins, and All Points Game of Thrones. I can't show you none of the videos, but of course, a lot of people have seen the previews. But I want to talk about it. That I can do without them, hitting me up on the copyrights, because, I don't want my channel canceled. Okay, I'm going to talk about a little bit now, and so on and so forth. I am new to the Game of Thrones. I saw all the seasons of the season 3, but I caught on late because I don't watch TV. I watch the internet. So I just got some questions for people who watch Game of Thrones. Because the guy who wrote this book is obviously, Martin, he's obviously brilliant. He kind of reminds me of like J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. I'm sure a lot of people made that comparison. I wrote a book called excuse me, I just got done eating, The Sorrowed King, Sorrowed ED, The Sorrowed King. And when I was writing it, I had that whole Lord of the Rings feel in what I was writing. And I'm sure anybody who goes back in the Cloak and Dagger days, you just kind of feel like that because J.R.R. Tolkien basically is pretty much the king of that for all we know. However, there are no dragons in my story. I replace dragons with other animals. Nonetheless, back to Game of Thrones. Here's what I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to Arya Stark. I mean, I'm looking forward to the whole series, but there's certain things I'm looking forward to. One of them is I'm looking forward to see if Arya Stark gets around to which I want to know what she grows up to be, because she's a warrior. We know this. She's already had her first kill, killed a fat boy, and we know she's growing up fast, and we know that she doesn't want to be a wife, and have kids and all that. She wants to be a warrior, and she always talks about. Well, we know she mentions the names of like Cersei and Jeffrey and his grandfather Tywin, and she says, "I have to do this before I go to sleep." And she was asked, what, everybody in Westeros? She said, only the people I want to kill. The dog asked her that. But nonetheless, I want to see what she's going to grow up to be. I didn't read any of the books, but I've heard some things. I'm not going to put any spoiler alerts. And anyway, what I said has no merit on anything, just what I heard. But nonetheless, I want to see what's going to happen with Jaime Lannister. Like I said, I'm interested in the whole series, but these are the key things I'm looking for. We know that Jaime has returned. We finally know why he killed the Mad King. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scene. And the woman who was in the tub with him, the one them two don't like each other. Oh my God, she has a great body. Just that but the whole acting scene was so good, and oh my God, I just can't wait to see what happens to him. But we know he doesn't have that right hand anymore, and he says, "I was that right hand." So now he has to learn to be a sword fighter with the left hand, and the rumor has it that he's not as good with the left hand. But I want to know what he comes to be. Does he get into politics, so on and so forth? Like I said, I haven't read the book, so these are just some of the things I'm looking forward to. Of course, the CGI on the dragons is just outstanding. So I want to see what's up with Daenerys. We've seen Daenerys go from pretty much timid woman, pretty much getting raped by her husband, to her, just being the strong leader. Now she's, Misa, Queen Mother, and she's doing her thing. So big ups to the women in the series. Let me tell you something. I always look for the underdog in stories. I'm a big underdog person, and or I look for the quiet person to do something. So the person she's like who speaks to her, the girl that's beside her, I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's African American, or I don't know what her nationality is, Indian or something. She's beautiful though. I want to see if she becomes a warrior because I think Daenerys is coaching, is teaching her how to be powerful. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Grey Worm, who is pretty much the general of the Unsullied. I'm looking very forward to him. He has a very small role, but very big character as far as I'm concerned. We all know Dario Naharis has been replaced. I didn't read the books once again, so I did not know that Dario Naharis was a man who had blue hair. He also had a blue beard, and he wore gold and all this. I didn't know that. So he's been replaced pretty much because the fans didn't like the British actor who was playing Dario Naharis. Now check that out. Fans, we have power, I try to tell you. So those are just a few things I'm looking forward to. I'm going to do another video. It depends on who responds to this, so on and so forth. But go Game of Thrones. It comes on Sunday at, I think at 6 o'clock, 6 or at 9. So I'm going to be all over that. And it's your boy Tone 202. Just want to know what you guys think. And, I'm not really worried about spoiler alerts because, well, I mean, don't give me a spoiler alert. But, I don't go crazy like a lot of people do. So, yeah. All right. Thanks. Subscribe. Bye.